Hello students, today we are going to start with a new chapter in standard 8th ICSE maths, and that is linear equations or in one variable. So these are basically the equations which are going only one variable, that is only one term or one variable or one alphabet will be used as a variable in this particular chapter. Uh, Now let's understand what exactly is the meaning of a linear equation, or first of all, what is an equation? Equation is any particular, I would say, a mathematical format of thing which is given to you, wherein two such kind of mathematical models are equal. So if I say that something is written here and is equals to something which is written here, then this what is going to be formed over here is called as an equation. So this is an equation because you can see that whatever is there on the left hand side is equals to whatever is there in the right hand side. Like for example, if this is over here a b plus c and this is also a b plus c, then it is, we can see that if both the sides are same, so we can say that an expression or a statement, or when two expressions are equal, and this is one expression and this is another expression, so if two expressions are such that they are equal, then we call it as an equation. So when we talk about an equation, there will be, see, if I'm just going to say 2 is equals to 2, it's of no meaning, right? So I need to have some particular kind of a variable. Now what is a variable? Variable is any alphabet which is used instead of a number. Now the reason to use the alphabet is that this alphabet, depending upon the equation, will have different values. Okay, depending upon the equation, यानी x का value always 5 होना जरूरी है. See, 5, when I write 5, I know 5 is 5, this way. But when I say x could be 5 also, it could be 100 also, it could be 1000 also, it could be -3 also. So it could be any number, it could be in any decimal form also. So when I am writing any particular alphabet and giving it a value as a variable value, that means it has got a value which will depend upon the equation in which it is lying. Okay, depending on the equation, you will be having the value of that expression. So for example, if I say over here that 3 plus x is equals to 3 plus 2, then automatically I know that because here 3 or here 3 to same ही है, so x will be equal to 2. So here x will be equal to 2. So x is the variable over here having a value equal to 2. Right, so equation is the one in which there are two expressions and these expressions are given as equal. So whatever is there on the left hand side is equal to the what is there in the right hand side. So, and it will be having, if that particular equation is in a single line like this, okay, it is in a single line like this, it is a linear equation. Linear means straight line. So it is a linear equation. So it's a linear equation and having one variable. That means the variable, how many variables are here? There's only one, x. Okay, so that's why having one variable. So it is linear equations with one variable, or in one variable. So when it is only one variable is there, then we are going to have, or a linear equation having one variable is what we are going to solve in this particular chapter. Now when we talk about any answer of this thing, what do you mean by the answer over here? So answer is also called as the solution, or it is called as the root of the equation. So root of the equation is something wherein if you put the value of that variable in the equation, and if that particular, when I put the value of that particular variable in the equation and it becomes equal, then that value or the value of x over here is called as the solution of the equation, or is called as the root of the equation. So if I have the formula over here that x plus, or you can say 5x plus 3 is equals to 9. Now the moment I put the value is equals to 8. Now the moment I put the value of x over here, and suppose I get the value of here is equals to, see, if I tell it is 2, then what will happen? 10, 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 3 is 13, but it is not 8. So therefore this is not the solution of the equation. Now the moment I put it as x is equals to 1, then what will happen? This will be 5 and this will be plus 3, so there will be 8. So that means x is equals to 1 is the root or the solution of the equation. So I would say that a particular number is the answer or it's the solution of the equation. Means the variable ka value is that particular number when you substitute the value of the variable with that number, and if the equation holds good, that means if the LHS and RHS, LHS is left hand side, RHS is right hand side. So if the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation are equal, then I call that particular value of x is nothing but the solution or the root of the equation. Okay, so that's why the solutions are called as the root of the equation, or the solution of the equation, or the root of the equation. Now, so when we have an equation, or when we have a particular kind of a linear equation given to you, we will need to do certain kind of procedure so that we can get the value of the variable which is present inside. Now to find out the value, we are going to do certain steps. Now that steps are very simple, because see, it's over here. Like for example, if I'm having an equation over here, suppose we are having the equation as 2x minus 1 is equals to 9. Now the moment I see this equation, uska matlab kya hoga? If I put a value of x as something over here, such that if I put it 2 into that multiple fraction, means wo value find out karke usme subtract 1 karunga, I should get the answer as 9. Now to solve this, see, right now I know that whatever is there in the left hand side is also there in the right hand side. So if I just add something over here, will it remain equal? No. If I add a number on the right hand side, and if I do not do the same thing on the left hand side, then my equal to sign will not hold good. Like for example, if I am having 5 is equals to 5, अगर मैं इसको plus 1 करूँगा तो क्या ये same रहेगा? Then this will not be equal to. So that's why if I plus 1 over here, I will have to add 1 over here also. If I subtract 1 over here, I will have to subtract 1 here also. So it is seen that whatever I do to the left hand side, I will have to do the same procedure to the right hand side. If I am adding a number to the left hand side, I will have to add the same number to the right hand side. If I am subtracting a number to the left hand side, I will have to subtract the right hand side also with the same number. If I am multiplying this by a particular number, I will have to multiply the right hand side also by the same number. Similarly, if I divide this by some number, I will have to divide this by the same number. Got it? So whatever operation we are doing to one side, we will have to do the same operation to the other side. Only then we can say that they are equal. See, how can we say that's an equation when the left hand side and right hand side are equal? Okay, तो equal to को maintain करने के लिए whatever you do to this side, you have to do to this side also. Okay, so that is what you need to remember, that whatever operation you do to the left hand side, you have to do the same operation on the right hand side. So what we will do? Here what we try to do is that we are going to try to keep this x alone on one side. What we are going to try is, we are going to make this x alone on one side, and for that what is required? So for example, if I minus 1 over here, automatically if I add plus 1, then minus 1 plus 1 will become 0. But if I add 1 over here, I'll have to add 1 here also. So it will be this way. It will be 2x minus 1 plus 1 is equals to 9 plus 1. So I added 1 on this side, so I added 1 on this side. But resultant क्या हुआ? इसमें resultant मुझे मिला 2x, and यहाँ पे resultant क्या मिला? 10. Now what I am going to do? Because this is multiplication, so if I divide this by 2, I will have to divide this also by 2. So this will get cancelled and this will get cancelled to give me 5 like this. So therefore my answer is x is equals to 5. You can cross check this. If you put the 5 over here, 2 into 5 is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9. So yeah, it is correct. So this is the right solution or the root of the equation. So what we did was, what if we tried to reduce this into one simple variable, and accordingly जो भी इसके साथ connected है उसको हम लोग निकालने के लिए we are going to try to do some operations. This is one method. This is one method wherein you are going to do both the sides, you are going to do the same thing. There is also one more method, and that method is normally what you are going to apply, because every time doing 2, 2, 3, 3 things over here is not going to be so convenient. So what you do is, we are going to use another method जहाँ पे you are going to do something opposite to this thing. I'll just show you that, so for your a proper understanding. Now what you want is, you want to make this x alone. तो ये -1 इधर है. So what do you do? यहाँ पे -1 है, तो we will take +1 on this side. Means we are going to consider that this equal to sign is a mirror. Now very clearly, stand in front of the mirror. Okay, when you stand in front of the mirror, if you raise your right hand, what will happen to the mirror का image? The mirror image, you will feel that the mirror के जो image ने left hand उठाया. Right? So what happened? If you, whatever you are doing on this side, the mirror is going to do the opposite on this side. So we consider that this equal to sign is a mirror. If I consider the equal to sign as a mirror, what will happen? यहाँ पे -1 है, तो इधर क्या हो जाएगा? When this goes on this side, it is going to be +1. So if this is 2x, it will become 9 plus 1. This when it went to this side. So minus went over here to become plus. Got it? Similarly, here it is multiplication. If I want to bring it over here, I'll have to do division. So here it is 2x is equals to 10, and then x is equals to, this 2 goes here, it will be 10 upon 2. So x is equals to 5. This is the method what you will be following normally in your sums, because this is the, the easier method, or we can say the shorter method, because you are not going to write that -1 पे +1 +1 पे +1 upon 2 upon 2. वो सब करने का जरूरत नहीं है. You can make it easier for you, because these equations are going to be you are going to have complex things later on. So it's better that you cut short these steps over here. So you can see here what we did was a simple logic, that whatever is there on one side of the equation, if you transfer it from one side to another side, you are going to do the reciprocal of that thing. यहाँ पे addition है तो इधर subtraction आएगा. Opposite काम करेंगे. इधर एडिशन है तो इधर सब्ट्रैक्शन आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है तो इधर डिवाइड होगा. यहाँ पे डिवाइड हो रहा है तो यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई होगा. यहाँ पे अगर एडिशन है तो यहाँ पे सब्ट्रैक्शन हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे सब्ट्रैक्शन, यहाँ पे एडिशन. सो एवरी टाइम व्हाटएवर इज देयर ऑन वन साइड, व्हेन यू आर ट्रांसफरिंग इट टू द अदर साइड, इट विल बिकम इट्स ऑपोजिट. प्लस का माइनस, माइनस का प्लस, मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिवीजन, डिवीजन का मल्टीप्लिकेशन. क्लियर? सो दिस इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ solving the linear equation. Now of course it's not going to happen that every time you are going to have the equation which will be having only one x in the whole thing. Like for example, it may have, the x may be more than 1. Like for example, if we are having over here that 2x minus 1 is equals to 5x minus 9. Okay, suppose I got this equation as 2x minus 1 is equals to 5x minus 9. In such a case, what you will do is that you are going to try to bring all the x on one side and all the numbers on another side. Okay? We are going to bring the like terms together and unlike terms separate out. Okay? So you are going to bring the like terms. Now what are like terms? जो भी x वाले है वो like terms हो गए. Right? So anyone which has got the variable x, as its coefficient as x, then it becomes a like term. So here this is 5x and this is 2x. So let's bring this on this side, and ये 9 को इधर लेके आते हैं. So it will be -1 plus 9. So you can see here, this is -9. So when it crosses the equation equal to sign, it becomes plus. Minus become plus. Here 5x is positive, 2x over here, so 5x will remain. See, whatever is present in the left hand side or the right hand side will always be written first. I cannot write it as 9 minus 1. I'll write it as minus 1 plus 9. As such, it doesn't make much difference, but many times it makes a difference because signs differ karenge, so automatically you will have problems. So, you will always write minus 1 plus 9 because minus 1 was already present over here. That's why you are going to write at minus 1 and plus 9. Here 5x is already present, so you are going to, and this is plus sign because there is no sign over here, so it's plus. So this plus, when it goes here, it will become minus. So it will be minus 2x. Got it? So accordingly the answer will be 8 and over here will be 3x. So what happens now? Now bring this over here, so it will be x is equals to 8 upon 3. This is the answer. Got it? So whenever you have got the variables present in both the sides, you are going to get that variables on one side and the numbers on the other side, and then get rid of the their lateral coefficient which is present over there. Okay, the numerical coefficient which is present with the variable. So in this way you are going to have certain kind of rules which you are going to use. Similarly, the same thing would also happen if I am going to have some kind of a fraction over here. So if I am having a fraction, like for example, this is upon 3 and this is upon 2. Now the first thing what you are going to do is get rid of this particular denominators. Now how do you get rid of the denominators? By taking the LCM, or you can cross multiply. So you can do is cross multiply. ये 2 को इधर लेके जाओ, ये 3 को इधर लेके जाओ. So it will be 2 bracket 2x minus 1 is equals to 3 bracket 5x minus 9. Now you open the bracket, it will be 4x minus 2 is equals to 15x minus 27. Now again the same thing, you are bringing this on this side and this on this side. So accordingly it will be minus 2 plus 27 is equals to 15x minus 4x. So this will be 25 is equals to 11x. So x is equals to 25 upon 11. So whenever there is a denominator available, the denominator needs to be converted into a, सबसे पहले तो denominator will have to be common for this thing. It should now again in the same sum, suppose it would have been like this, that it is 2 upon 3 minus 1. In that case what you will do is that you will take the LCM here and accordingly you will be using it. So it will be like this, so 2x minus 3 upon 3 करेंगे हम लोग. LCM, because this is 1 upon 1, so LCM is 3. Right, so you will have to take care about how you are going to send that particular number from LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS. Okay, very important thing is to take care that how you are going to frame or how you are going to shift them from one side to another side. So first thing, if I pinpoint this particular, what you need to do is that एक method हुआ है कि if you are adding on one side, you have to add the other side also. If you are dividing the other side, you have to divide the next side also. Multiply here, and subtract here. That is one method. But otherwise, what you do is that you may just transpose. Okay, you are just going to transpose the thing which is on the LHS to the RHS by changing the signs. यहाँ पे एडिशन है तो यहाँ पे सब्ट्रैक्शन, यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लिकेशन है तो यहाँ पे डिवीजन, यहाँ पे डिवीजन है तो यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लिकेशन. Okay, you are just going to transpose them from one side to another side. That is another method. And when you are solving it, the points what you are going to do is that first of all you are going to simplify both sides. You are simplify यानी क्या? ये जो है, this is not simplified form. This is the simplified form, so that you can cross multiply easily. So you are going to simplify both sides by removing the symbols and collecting the like terms and everything. So maybe it may have two x's over here, 5x plus 3x plus 2. So 5x and 3x को हम लोग add करके 8x लिखेंगे. So you are going to simplify the one side and simplify the other side, and then you are going to even remove the fractions or the decimals which are present. So all that you are going to remove, and then you are going to bring all the variables on one side and all the numbers on one side, and then you get the answer. So this is the method by which you are going to solve these particular equations. As such, easy chapter, but mainly it's a very, very, very important chapter. Right from now to even in future also, not until 10th only, the future also, you will be having equations in almost all the kind of numericals. Even in physics, in chemistry, everywhere you will be having a x or having a particular linear equation to be solved. So that's why understanding properly the linear equation is very, very important. Okay, so now we will do one thing. We'll just start with the exercise. Now in the exercise you are given that you have got एक ही सम के दो सम है, यानी फर्स्ट का 1 and 2, सेकंड का 1 and 2. So what I'll do is I'll do all the second sums. So first का second, second का second, third का second. I'll do all those sums. So first का first, second का first, third का first. All the first sums are your homework. In the case of 12th and 13th, because they are single, I'll do both of them. So this is what we are going to do in this particular chapter. So this is how we are going to go ahead. So let's start with exercise 12.1. So we move on to the first sum, that is exercise 12.1, first ka second. The sum is 3x minus 7 is equals to 3, 5 minus x. So this is a sum which is given to us. Very easy. Now what we need to do is, as you see, we have to first simplify both sides. How do you simplify this? This is in bracket, so we need to open the bracket. So by doing that, thing we get over here is 3x minus 7 is equals to 15 minus 3x. So this makes it simple. Now what you do is bring all the variables on one side and the numbers on one side. So 3x is already here. You will bring that minus 3 over here. So what happens? This is 3x. Now this is minus. So minus जब भी equal to sign को cross करेगा तो क्या बनेगा? Plus बन जाएगा. So it will be plus 3x is equals to 15. यहाँ पे 15 तो पहले से ही है. ये minus 7 को इधर लेके आएंगे तो it will become plus 7. So this becomes 6x is equals to, this is 22. Okay, so x will be equal to 22 upon 6. So x is equals to, you can cancel this thing as 11 upon 3. So the answer for sum number 1 for 12.1 will be given as 11 upon 3. Now I don't think there will be, one sec, just check up. Yeah, so it's 11 upon 3. We are not doing any further thing to this thing. So x ka value is 11 upon 3. Now you can always see to it that you are using a particular format in over here, that the equal to signs either are on the same line. So this is slightly shabby, but you can make it this way, or you can make it this way that all 3x are together. So let's see, I will give you both the examples so that your presentation also, when you are doing this particular kind of sums, is looking more decent. So let's see one presentation, one point, or the next sum over here. So that is sum number 2, second. It's given as 3, 2p minus 1 is equals to 5 minus 3p minus 2. So this is the equation given to you. So first of all, as we know that we are going to simplify both the sides. So on simplifying this side, so here what I'm going to do is keep the equal to on one line. So I'll keep all the equal to's on this line. So it will be 6p minus 3, because 3 into 2p is 6p and 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. So this is the multiplication what we learned in the algebraic expressions. Okay, binomial multiplied by a monomial. So this is what you are going to have. The equal to sign के नीचे equal to sign डाल दिया, ये 5 minus लिखा इधर, minus, open the bracket. So this is nothing but minus 1. When nothing is here, उसका मतलब minus 1. So all the signs inside the bracket is going to change. So it will be minus 3p plus 2. We can still simplify this side. So we are just going to write this thing, 6p minus 3 is equals to, we can say minus 3p plus 7. Okay. Now bringing all the p's on one side and the numbers on other side. So that's why 6p plus 3p is equals to 7 plus 3. So this gives you as 9p is equals to 10 and P is equals to 10 upon 9. So this is the answer, that P is equals to 10 upon 9. This is the answer for sum number 12.1 ka second ka first. So second ka second. Now of course you can write this now you could have done there, here also you could have converted this into a mixed fraction as 3 2 upon 3. And here we are going to say it is 1 1 upon 9. So depending upon this thing, your answer, you are going to convert this into a mixed fraction. So this was sum number second ka second. Now we move on to sum number third ka second. Okay, the sum is, I'll show you another method of arranging it in a proper manner so that you can use whatever you are comfortable with. So this is the sum that by 0.3 into 6 minus x is equals to 0.4 into x plus 8. Now here we are going to keep this as standard. We are going to write it as, when you multiply this thing, what will happen is, you are going to write it as 0.3 into 6 is 1.8, 6 is 80, so it is 1.8 minus 0.3x is equals to 0.4x plus 3.2. Okay. The next is, you are going to maintain this line only, so it will be, so what we do is that bring all the x on one side and numbers on the other side. So we have over here minus 0.3x minus 0.4x is equals to 3.2 minus 1.8. So this becomes minus 0.7x is equals to, this will give you as 1.4. So x will be equal to 1.4 upon minus 0.7. So x is equal to, now this is going to become twice, so that will be minus 2. So the answer will be x is equal to minus 2. What we did over here is that we maintained this line and this got tapered. This also looks good. So you can either use this method or you can use this method. And not for writing purpose, it's just for the sake of, looks wise. It should look good. When you write this thing, it should look good. That is what is the main criteria. Otherwise, nothing much about it. So that is question number 3 ka second sum in 12.1, the answer being minus 2. We now move on to the sum number 4 ka second sum. Okay, sum number 4 second. The equation is x plus 7 upon 3 is equals to 1 plus 3x minus 2 upon 5. So now you can see that in this sum, you have got a denominator. Here, it is not simplified form. So you need certain things to be done over here. This is as it is, we are not changing anything here, so we'll just keep it as it is. X plus 7 upon 3 is equals to, here you take the LCM, so it will be LCM, see this is 1 upon 1, so it is 5 is the LCM, so 5 plus 3x minus 2 whole upon 5 now, because the LCM is 5. So on solving you get that x plus 7 upon 3 is equals to, this will be 3x plus 3 upon 5. Because 5 minus 2 is 3. Now what you are going to do is cross multiply, because you are going to take the LCM, so again cross multiply with the best answer. So 5 bracket x plus 7 is equals to 3 bracket 3x plus 3. Multiplying this thing, we get 5 into x is 5x plus 35 is equals to 3 3s are 9x plus 9. Now all x on one side and number on one side. Now because, okay, we'll do it this way. So we are going to take all x on one side. So it is 5x minus 9x is equals to 9 minus 35. Because This plus went over here to become minus 35, and this 9x plus becomes minus 9x on this side. So answer is, remember here answer is minus 4x. Okay, there is negative is equals to minus 26. Okay, so this is the thing over here. So therefore, x will be equal to minus 26 upon minus 4. So minus minus gets cancelled. This will be 2s and this is 13s. So x is equals to 13 upon 2, which is equals to 6 1 upon 2. Okay, so the value of x will be 13 upon 2, or we can also write it as 6 1 upon 2, which is the right answer for question number 4. Okay, so this was the fourth sum. Now from the fifth sum onwards, I will continue in the next video.